Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. We're back at the shop today, and today we're going to be messing around a little bit with the Burnout truck. As you see, it's a little bit different. We ripped the bed liner out of it, and we're in the process of cleaning it up a little bit. The tailgate's off. The little hinge rusted and fell off as soon as I opened it, but that's okay. The interior's a lot better than it was. It's actually decently clean now. You can actually see the gauges in it and stuff like that. So we've cleaned up a little bit of it, and you guys saw where we ran the blown up motor on it. And Austin and I have decided that it would be funny to drive it around and see if we can get it to finish blowing up. But first things first, we've got to clean this bed out. This is disgusting. So I'm going to start it up and back it up over our hill where the water hose is at, and rinse this thing out. And I might even rinse the floor out. It's just a vinyl floor. It's got mud in the bottom of it that I couldn't wipe out, so I might just rinse that out too while we're down there. So let's start her up here and back her on down the hill a little ways, clean her up. Now, for those of you who missed the video, it's got that 4-point grate in it that's got a hole in the side of it. Okay, so I thought we were going to take it for a ride, but I forgot that you got to hook the jump pack to it because the battery is toast for sure. I don't know how even old. I don't think the battery's even that old. It's an interstate battery. We'll hook her up and get her started. Oh God, the wipers are on. And the heat. Hey, the fuel gauge decided to work. It's got a quarter tank in it. Shoot, yeah. I wonder if the radio works. No. All right, let's back her on up. That's our only separation and safety. Yeah, I know. All right. Probably some false code. Okay, well, I made it over here. Let's rinse it out before we go take it for a ride. That steering wheel is sticky. It's nasty. We should have grabbed that sparkly steering wheel cover from down there at the gas station we saw. It needs one. It's like half the steering wheel's missing on the thing. Shoot, dang. All right, where's that thing on out of there? You want me to turn the water on for you? Is it on? Oh, there it is. It just takes a second. Oh, wow. Hey, it's still kind of white under there. That ain't bad. All right, I'll pick back up the camera here in just a second once we get this thing cleaned out. I'm gonna start her up and we'll give the camera off to Austin. We decided before we start driving it around and we lock it up, we want to see if she'll do a burnout. It's wet, so it's a good chance we can get her to spin. So let's clean the interior out. Look, there's less mud in here now. I'm getting ready to put more mud back in it.
This is by far, I think, the stupidest thing we're going to do on this channel, so y'all stay tuned.
Oh, 100% the stupidest thing ever. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. All right, guys, so the jump pack died, so we're waiting for it to recharge. While we're doing that, we're going to help it do a burnout. We're trying to drop the spare tire, but she ain't having it. That's kind of a common problem with these trucks. The winch doesn't actually work. So I'm going to get under it, and I'm going to physically cut the spare tire down. Alrighty, guys, so it is actually the next day. The jumper pack died and it was getting dark and we ran out of time, so we charged the jumper pack overnight and we think we could get it started this time. I'm gonna wet the ground back down like it was yesterday to try to get it to spin, because I doubt it. Actually, it's kind of in some wet mud anyway, but well, let's see if she's gonna do a burnout.
I think it just locked up finally. Yep, you got a little, yeah, I roasted it.
Hey, it worked.
Yep, I think that's the end of the burnout truck for now. Well, I think it locked up. As you can see, when we pull this, you'll be able to see it better, but there's a hole right down there. There's oil everywhere and all over our nice clean workbench in there and all over the floor.
Hey, it'll do a burnout.
Yep.
Burnout approved. One tire fire. We're 100% gonna have to weld the diff on this thing.
Burnout approved with a blown 4.8. So just picture this with
an actual running engine.
Yeah, yeah. We're not
without a rod missing or whatever the hell shot out. I mean, I don't even know what. We'll get into it and see what happened inside of it, but it's gonna be interesting.
But weld the diff, that way we can have both wheels.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, well, we'll pick up the camera in a minute. We'll get it pushed up inside of there. We'll actually start tearing it down and seeing what's going on with it. Alrighty, guys, so the truck's back in the shop. I've been working over on the other side, and Austin's been going to town on the 4 grate over here. Hey, you've actually got some progress. Oh my goodness, look down in there. Austin's trying to get to the point where we can pull it out this evening. I've got a little bit more of my project to do over on the other side, and then I'm gonna come over here and help him. And it'd be pretty sweet to get this thing out of here this evening. So I'll put my camera down and get to work, and I'll pick up the camera here in just a little bit. And like I said, hopefully we can get this thing up out of here. All right, so you see the parts of the Burnout truck sitting out here in the floor, and I'm gonna need a whole nother shelf just for this truck. The Cateye filled up that shelf, and then Austin's Z project's filling up that shelf, so need more shelves in here, but we're getting somewhere in this thing. Let's see, the exhaust, yeah, that whole exhaust manifold is gone. We got to get this side. I'm actually getting ready to get under it and start undoing bell housing bolts. This is a greasy, nasty motor. This thing has been leaking oil for a long time, but there's a good chance that this thing's coming out today, and then that would be a great start for this truck. I mean, no more than about 36 hours after we bought it, the motor was already out of it. So I would say that is pretty good progress. I'll pick up the camera. I'll pick it up by the time we're about ready to pull it. If we pull it this evening, I'll pick back up the camera and we'll pull it out and take a look at it and see what all's wrong with it. Alrighty, guys, so we are ready to pull the 4-point grate out of the Burnout truck. So Austin's going to grab the chain and the hoist, and it's ready. I mean, it's unbolted and everything. And shout out to Austin. Yeah. He mostly got this done by himself in one day. So big shout out to him. I had another project that was tying up my time today, and he wants to see this thing going just as bad as you guys do, and I want to. And don't think that we're putting the Cateye on hold. It's just the Cateye's build is a lot more complicated than what's happening here. This is pretty much a straight swap aside from putting a cam in the new motor. So that's why this one will go back up and running way faster than the Cateye will. So first things first, get the 4-point grate out of here, and we'll pick up the camera here in like 1 minute. I just got to get the hoist over here hooked up to it, and we'll pull it up out of here. The motor is locked up when we did the Burnout, so I can't get it to turn over and unbolt it from the torque converter. I'm pretty sure that I can pull it with the torque converter out. That's probably our only option. And if not, then we'll have to figure out some way to get around that, but it should come out. All right, so Cam, the camera guy, while I was behind the truck, the engine was still hooked to the transmission, and he touched it, and it just come on out by itself. So we didn't get to film the uncoupling, but it did come out with the converter and everything on it. So that's the good thing about it. Now I got to see if I can get this thing high enough to pull it up and out of there. All right, there's the 4-point grate.
You guys want to sneak peek?
No, I don't want to. They're going to have to watch the next video to see that. It does have a hole in the block, but you're going to have to watch the next video, which will tear down the engine. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Stay tuned to the next video. We tear into this thing. Take care. Have a great day.